Amanda here from createyourfuture.co. So you guys asked and we've listened. So we've gotten emails, quite a bit of them asking to basically email them when we have a sale or a course is launched by a coach or live meditations get started up again. So we have listened. We have created a mailing list. The link is in the description below. Please sign up for it if you'd like to get discounts on our coaching. Find out when a coach launches a bundle, puts a sale on a course, launches a new course, or starts, offering live meditations. All these things, we're going to be emailing that list, okay? Of course, we'll also mention it on the YouTube channel like usual, but you'll be the first to know on that mailing list. So guys, thank you so much for being here. And we intend that each and every one of you guys manifest your desire. And remember, you guys are perfect. Each and every one of you is perfect, and you deserve what you want to create, and you are powerful, and you can create it. So without further ado, enjoy the coach's video.
Hey guys, it's Megan. I'm back with another video. Before I dive in, I want to tell you guys that I have my live workshop coming up on May 31st. So if you're interested in joining me on that live workshop, check out the description link below. There'll also be recorded if you can't make that exact time. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of great information. So if you're interested, check it out. Also, I'm available for coaching. I think I have some spots left for June if you're interested in that. And there's some self-paced courses. Okay, but I intend this video to be perfect for you guys, to help you guys. All right, so I want to tell you guys that you can change your situation around quickly if you want to, if you desire to. I want to talk about some things that kind of trip people up and use a story to help with this, okay? So this client, this is a success story. So this client has been trying to get her specific person to take the relationship to the next level, to be engaged, to move in, to get married. Okay, this commitment. So she's been trying all these different things and saying, I need to work on my self-concept. Do I need to meditate more? Do I need to do this or that? Do I need to change him? All these different ideas, okay? And sometimes right there is going to stop your manifestation when you're trying all these different things to get what you want. Okay, the one thing that you need to do is number one, and so I told her, it's just number one, figure out your desire. Okay, what's your desire? Her desire was to have a relationship with her specific person, and more committed relationship, because they're in a committed relationship, but they've just been dating for a long time, and she wanted to be engaged, or at least for him to start suggesting it and wanting to take the relationship to the next level. She felt like every time she talked to him about it, she came up with she would get back resistance from him. Major resistance, and just say, well, I'm just not ready. And one time she gave him an ultimatum, and he said, well, I'm not ready, so I guess we're not going to be together. Okay, so she had this really long story and thought that she had to change a lot of things about herself and him. Now, it is very true that your thoughts are creating your reality, but the great thing is you can change those, okay? And you can change those pretty quickly. And how can you do that? How can you figure out your blocks? It's not some hard process, you guys. It's whatever your specific person is saying to you and what your thoughts are in your head right now. So for her thoughts in her head, when she really broke it down, she did have some self-concept things like, oh, relationships don't work out for me. I can't have what I want. I'm not chosen. Okay, so she had to work through those. And if that's you, then your thoughts would be like, I am chosen. People do want to commit to me. My specific person wants to commit to me. Okay, changing those. In addition, she had a story running around about him in her mind. Okay, and that was that he had a lot of, I asked her why straight up, because he was saying, no, I don't want this commitment. So I asked her straight up behind that, why did she think that he didn't want to commit? What was he saying? And the things that she came up with that he didn't have the money to buy a ring. He was afraid to be married again because he was in a previous marriage and he just wasn't going to be ready, and he was never going to be ready, never be able to get over that. All right. And then she had this money stories going on as well as, well, maybe it just takes him a long time to commit to people, because he'd also said that it takes me years to actually make a commitment with somebody. Okay, take it to the next level. So she had all those things going on in her head. Now, guys, remember, everybody's a reflection of you. What's going on in your head? That's what feedback's about. So instead of making that personal and thinking, oh my gosh, what's wrong with me? What do I need to do? What happened to me? Why does this always happen to me? I need to do 25,000 different things to manifest what I want. It's going to take forever. Don't set that rule for yourself. Okay, you can manifest things quickly. Okay, And you do that by aligning your thoughts and watching them. And so she wrote down those blocks and we came up with different intentions to change those, okay? And change the intentions, okay? And she even reacted, okay? So it's another thing I want to say. She reacted to him in the conversation that they had. And then the reason, and then why I was pushing it back was she would make the rule, well, I brought up the relationship talk again. So I messed up my manifestation. She created that rule. Well, since the universe, your God, everything hears you, gives you directly what you say, she was creating that time delay because she thought he wasn't ready, because he didn't have the money. He needed A, B, C, D, E, and F. Okay, and I see so that were the rules. Those were the blocks. Those are circumstances by creating those. Now, what you guys want to do, and you can do the same thing, is write down what you're thinking. Write down what you think your blocks are. Cross those off. So for her, for instance, and come up with an opposite intention. So for her, for instance, he doesn't have enough money to buy me a ring. Okay, he's really tight on money, and she had this whole story going around with that. So she turned it into, he has an abundance of money. He may have money saved. I don't even care. I intend to get engaged. You don't even have to come up with each one of those, but you have to be aware of your blocks and just start saying, I can have my desire now. I can have my desire now. I can have what I want now, because I am God in my reality and I can create what I want. So what I'm trying to also push in this video is our blocks are coming from subconscious beliefs that keep going on in our childhood, but they're not something you have to dig. You can talk about it in a session with me, and I'll be able to figure it out, and then we can rewrite those. You can also calm your mind and listen to what you're saying and pay attention and be aware of what you're saying and not being afraid. Like, I hear people all the time. In fact, this client was extremely afraid that her negative thoughts were going to create. And every time she came up with a rule, every time I react or have a negative thought, it pushes back my manifestation. Why? Okay, yes, our thoughts create, and yes, if we dominantly, keep thinking that, our negative thoughts can create. But you don't have to make that rule for yourself. You could say, hey, I caught that negative thought, I thought it, and I'm still going to get what I want, and stay on your intentions. That still is a mental diet, you guys. It's still focusing on being aware of what you're thinking, saying, is it meeting my end goal? And if it's not, saying what you want. Okay, do not create that this has to be so hard for yourself, okay? And be unwavering, be unwavering. She did go wishy-washy with her thoughts a few times. Well, maybe I'm fine with not doing this. I guess, why do I really need to be married? I guess if he doesn't want to, we're in a happy relationship. Why? If you're doing that, why? This is your reality. You're the only person in your reality that can set the intentions, okay? The other person's just giving you some sort of feedback. They're a mirror. Okay, you need to stop giving your power away, you guys, to other people. You don't have to. You don't have to change your desire. We don't have to say, oh, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. That doesn't exist anymore, manifesting. All right, or you guys wouldn't be here watching this video if you believed in that. All right, you can consciously create what you want, and it is going with your thoughts. So if you're creating that rule, it's going to be forever. This person, for her, he just doesn't want to do this because he doesn't have any money. And also because, it takes him a long time to commit to people. So maybe I'll just have to settle. Well, that's the rule she was creating, and everybody's you pushed out. So he has no choice but to act in that manner. So she started seeing what her blocks was and started changing her story and made intentions. And also the other thing is to remind yourself, you don't have to prove yourself. I just want to say something about self-concept here. Okay. You don't have to be perfect. So also she was saying in her mind, and this would be if you have self-concept, when we talk about self-concept, if you're comparing yourself to other people, or if you're saying, maybe if I lose weight, or maybe if I'm funnier, or maybe if we don't get in so many arguments, or maybe if I am always happy, or maybe if I just show him I can be a perfect wife, and maybe if I cook everything, maybe if my house is completely spotless, he'd want to be married to me. Why are you creating those rules for yourself? Okay, that's part of self-concept. You don't have to change anything for your person to marry you right now or to be engaged. Okay, the only thing you have to do is change a story in your head. All right, and you can do that pretty quickly by setting those intentions for yourself for that. So I'm using this story as an example. So as I said, these were her limiting beliefs. These are the intentions. These are things that we work through. So working through, like I said, just to say the self-concept belief that she had to change herself, okay, to be perfect, this perfect wife, this perfect woman, for him to want to commit to her. And anytime that she was not doing something perfect, that was pushing back her manifestation. All right, so that's what she had to change and watch and come up with intentions and realize she didn't have to do any of that. okay? All she had to do was make the intention that he wanted to make the commitment. She also needed to change her assumptions about the specific person, about him not wanting to get married, him taking a long time to commit, the whole backstory about that and the money, all right? And change her intentions for that, which is, you know, that he had more than enough money, that he'd find any money to get her the perfect ring, that he would do anything and everything to marry her, that he was ready to do it now, that he had no baggage, he was over all of it. Changing that story, okay? And, you know, living from that end. Now, this does not have to be harder. So that means when the story arises again, you stop it and you put the new story there, okay? Because you want to be aware of what you're thinking throughout the day and that you're living from that state from the end of the day. So you're coming up with affirmations, you're coming up with intentions, you're coming from the end scene to make you have the affirmations to say that it's already done. All right, now remember, your subconscious does not know the difference between what's real and what's not real. So you don't have to believe in any of this. You don't have to believe your affirmations, okay? You don't have to believe in any of it, but you want to start realizing that it is creating your reality. And that's why it also could change. And she changed it very quickly because she realized, wait a second, I don't have to push this back. Even though I just cried and reacted and we got in a fight, I don't have to create that rule anymore. It's here now. What I'm creating now is going to manifest out next. So what do I want? Give yourself permission. That's what she did. She gave herself permission. So you guys can do it too. I give myself permission to have this desire. Okay, I'm allowed to have this. All right, that's part of the battle too. I see with people is not even giving themselves permission. The second thing, it's not your job to figure out how. When you start trying to figure out the logic and the how and the why and all this stuff, you're creating blocks for yourself. You don't have to. That's your egoic part to figure out how it's going to happen. You can't figure that out. It's an infinite possibility. It's your God. It's infinite intelligence. It's a universe, whatever you want to call it. This is going to bring it to you. Your job is to give yourself, be specific for what you want. Stop arguing for your limitations. Figure out what those limitations are. When those arise, monitor your thoughts, watch yourself talk, change it into what you want. Okay, I intend to be married to my specific person. I intend to be engaged. I intend to take this to the next relationship to the next level. He's ready, he's willing, he has enough money to do it. I'm ready, I'm willing. We're going to do this. This is going to be amazing. I can't wait. You know, those sort of things. You want to start redirecting your thoughts into that to live from that end. Okay, and it does not have to be harder. And I want to say this, you guys do not have to prove yourself. You don't have to prove yourself. You don't have to work, you know, like another thing. She's like, well, I have a lot of self-concept I need to work on for this to figure out. No, you don't. Why can't you be perfect, ready, and whole right now? Okay? Why are you creating these? You guys see what I'm saying? You are God. You are perfect. Why are you creating these limitations on yourself that you cannot have what you want? You can have what you want. There's nothing standing in the way of it except for you and the assumptions you're making about yourself and your specific person and even about manifesting. Okay? You do not have to say that, you know, oh, I had a negative thought. Now I'm going to have, you know, a time delay. No, you don't have to. You can say, oh, I had a negative thought. I caught it. New story is this. And the success of this story is once she did this, she got her specific person to send her messages the next day and start saying, I can't wait to be engaged to you. I definitely want to take this relationship to the next level. What kind of ring do you want? Okay, guys, she turned around that quickly, that fast. All right, because she reminded herself of who she was. And you all can do the same thing. You're God of your reality. Your thoughts create. Okay, if there's something that you don't like in your reality, focus on, you know, write it down. Figure out what you're saying, cross it out, come up with new intentions, and then stick to your mental diet. That's what living in the end is. And a mental diet doesn't have to be this hard thing. It's just, what am I thinking? Is it aligning with what I want? No? Okay, let me change it. Because, as I said this in many videos, please stop identifying with your thoughts. They're just thoughts. They're just thoughts, and they don't have to be your identity anymore. Okay, and that doesn't necessarily mean when you start this that you're going to get rid of every negative thought. Okay, that's doesn't have to happen either. They can come in, but you now are the gatekeeper. You're the gatekeeper for what you want to manifest. Okay, you're the gatekeeper. You see that thought arise, and then you deny it. You reject it. Nope, this is a new story. This guy's ready to commit to me. He wants to commit to me. He wants to be engaged. He's ready to do this. He has all the money in the world to commit to me. He has all the time. He can't think of anything better but to commit to me. He's over all of his baggage. This is happening now because I'm good enough and I'm God in my reality. Those are just little affirmations you can use. And again, use whatever works for you. This is just things that I've seen with my clients and what I've used in my reality. So I don't want to, I'm just telling you what I know that works. But if you have other things that work for you, go for that too. You know, test this out. That's why I say all the time, create your list, create your daily list, and realize what manifests, how you manifest, okay? Because it's how you manifest. One thing, you can manifest everything in your reality, okay? Because again, you are God, okay? Having a human experience. So you declare what you want. You are perfect, whole, and complete right now, and you can have what you want, all right? So go try this and come back and comment and let me know what you guys manifested, because you can truly have it. So this girl, this client specifically went in one day from this guy saying nope, 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 no commitment, to her rejecting it, to being to manifest the exact opposite for him, like saying, talking about moving in together, sending her engagement rings, sending her things like, even sent her like a marriage song. I forgot about that. All right, so you guys can do the same thing, because you're manifesting who you are. Okay, so remember that. You're manifesting who you are. Who are you? You're God of your reality. Okay, so remember that. You're God of your reality. You're allowed to have what you want. You came here to have what you want. Your desires aren't selfish. You would not have your desire if it wasn't supposed to be fulfilled. So watch your assumptions about yourself. Watch the limitations you're embarking on yourself. Watch your limitations you're saying about your other person. Like she was saying, you know, he wasn't ready, he had baggage, and he didn't have the money. Well, those were just circumstances she was creating by repeating this over and over again. So if he said the same thing back to her, it was just reflecting what she thought. So remember, everybody's just reflecting you. There's nothing to fear. You can have whatever you want. Okay, you guys, I intend this video was helpful. And again, I'm available for coaching, and there's some self-paced courses. Also, I have that live event coming up. Love to have you guys join me. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget to come back here and comment on, you know, things that you've manifested in your reality by reminding yourself that you're God, okay? And watching your assumptions, and that you assume that you can have what you want, because you can. All right, you guys, I appreciate you so much. Have a great day.